Hello everyone, welcome back again to Angela's Craft Room. This is a video just following up from my previous one on how to do a post on your blog if your blog is powered by Blogger, because as I explained in the previous video, all the settings are going to be changed very shortly. So this is just to help a couple of people that have asked me to show them how I do it on my blog. Now, if you missed the previous video, I will have the link at the end of this video just to save some time. I'm not going to go over everything again. So we're going to, that is my blog. So I'm going to go up here in the top right corner and click design. And I want to click on the left hand side on posts. Now I've already put my one that I'm working on to add my Pinterest button. So this is what this video is for, to show you how to add a Pinterest button. So I've already gone ahead and put in my labels, and I've set my time and date, and I've also put in the title. So the next thing I want to do, this is how I do my posts. So okay, so we're in, that's the HTML view, and this is the post view where you're going to write everything. Okay, so the three little buttons there, I want to center a line so my picture comes up there, and I'm going to go up to insert my image up here, upload from my computer, browse, and I'm just going to select the picture. Oh, actually that was, sorry, that was the wrong one. So I'm going to select the picture. I did do the right one. So we're just going to do that and just give it a couple of seconds and it will show up on my blog. Now I'm going to click into the HTML, and just on the very first line here where it says clear, I want to click just before there, and I'm just going to type in display, two little semicolons, and then you need the dot and comma underneath. And then you go back to compose view over here. We want to go away from the HTML codes and go back into compose view, and you'll see that picture is gone, because when you look at my blog, when you go to my blog and have a look at it, down the left hand side are all my most popular posts, and you will see that you get a nice square picture. And this will help you also if you're entering challenges and things, and it looks so much nicer if you've got a nice square photo. So that is how my most popular posts, why they look like a square photo. And that's just an extra step I do before writing my post. So I want to make sure I'm in the center. I've already written this up just to save a little bit of time, and I'm just going to, so you would just write your paragraph first. I'll just put that in italics. Now I want to add a link to my, this is my link. So here where it says here, I'm going to highlight that, put it in bold, and then the little chain here, I'm going to insert a link, create a URL link. So right here, I'm going to click into there and just paste my link. You can test the link here if you want to, and I'm just going to click OK. Click that off. I'm just going to do a couple of enters, and then I'm going to put, oh, it just hopped up there a little bit, my album. Okay, so then I'm going to highlight that in bold and make sure that I've got enough room for my Pinterest, so at least 2 enters. And then I'm going to select my photo, browse, select the photo, make sure I'm doing the right one this time. Just takes a couple of seconds to show up. There we go. I might just do one more enter to make sure. Now you need to be signed into your Pinterest account. You need to go to tools and then to your widget builder, and this is what you'll find. You want it on the save button. Okay, so on here the button type, you want it on one image. You don't want it on any image, you want it on one image. And I always select large. Over here is how the Pinterest button is going to look, and your amount of times it's been pinned is going to be above the button. Okay, so people can come to your blog and save that, and every time someone does, it will tell you by the amount of people there. So we're just going to go down and leave that as above the button. As I explained, that's the number of people. Now URL, you need to go back to your post, and down here where it says permalink on the right hand side there, click on that, and you want it on automatic permalink, and it's picked up my title that I've put in here, and it's created my permalink for me. So I'm going to copy that, go back into my widget, and where it says URL, I need to paste that permalink there. Then I'll just close that. Now I need to go back. I've got to find the link for this picture here. So I'm going back up to the right hand side where it says HTML view, the 2 arrows, click on that, and it's going to take you into all this gibberish. Now if you read in that, you can see where you've written your paragraph, and then down the bottom here will be your picture link. So mine is here, starts with HTTPS, usually ends with PNG. Just got to get it exact. You don't want those semicolons, you don't want to be pasting those. So what I like to do just before that, you can see that green A and an arrow going towards each other. I click between those 2 arrows and I just press enter, because I know I've got to put my codes in there. So I'm just going to highlight again, and at the end here you'll see it'll say, mine says 1B PNG, and I know that's what I called my photo, was 1B, so I know that's the right one. So that is what you need to highlight. Now you need to copy that, go back to your widget and we're going to put that into the image. And then if you scroll up, this is what it's created for us to copy. So we need to highlight it and copy it. Go back to our post, and just after that first green arrow, we're going to click into there and we're going to paste it. And then you'll see the other A is down here with an arrow facing to the right. We need to go back again and select this second piece, because if you don't put that piece in, it's not going to create a pin for you. And just after that A there, we just need to paste that, go back into Compose View. Now it won't show the Pinterest button there yet. What you need to do is come up here on the top right and click on Preview Post. And you'll see the buttons there. Okay, so then you would just cross out of there and you would go and add, I've got a couple, two pictures to put in there, so I'll put the next one in. Insert image from my computer, browse, then I'm going to select this picture. Now in between here, you need to make sure you've got enough space, okay? And I want to click on the pencil and make it large, update. Right, so that's showing my album open. So I want people to see my album open. So now when you go back to Pinterest Developers, your widget, the only thing you need to change, you leave the URL number, you leave your description down here, and all we need to do is get rid of that picture link, and we need to go back to our post and find the second picture. Okay, there it is, 3 PNG. So I go back here, I find my HTTPS, and remember, don't highlight the semicolons at the end of each one. Okay, so I can see that's 3 PNG, so I know that's my photo. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to pop that into there. Okay, then I'm going to go up here, highlight that, go back, just needs to go in between those two arrows, remember. Paste that. And then go back and pick up my second piece, go back to my post, after that A, go back to my post, go to preview post, and hopefully it will show my second. Sometimes if it doesn't work, you just have to delete it and see I've got my second pin. So that's how you add the Pinterest button. Okay, so you would go back to there, and then all I do at the bottom, if you look at the first video I did, it will show you how I set out my post. Like I put products used down the bottom. I don't need to do that again. This was just to show you how to add the Pinterest button. And one other thing, on your widget down here on description, I didn't say what I write down there. I always say click on Angela's pictures, Okay, click on Angela's pictures to see more, and then I've got hashtag prize peony because that's the stamp set I used. I've got hashtag handmade projects, hashtag stamping up, hashtag album, and then hashtag my name. It's just what I do. Now, if you write on this, like click on Angela's pictures to see more. If you write that, say your name was Mary, click on Mary's pictures to see more, because when they click on the Pinterest button, it's going to relate to your name. So people will be able to find you, because you don't want someone taking that picture and making it their own. So it protects your work as well. Okay, so once again, I'm not a professional in this. I'm just trying to help out a couple of ladies that need to learn how to put a Pinterest button on their photos on their blog. Now, just remember, when you put it in here, you're going to go in here and it's not going to show the Pinterest button until you come over here and you click on preview. You can see that I've got this scheduled for August the 1st, and then my pin buttons are showing because I'm in the preview mode. So I hope that's helpful. I hope it's helped those ladies that need to learn how to do their Pinterest buttons. As I said, the more you do, the more it'll just come very easily for you. So I really appreciate you watching my video, and thank you and happy crafting.